This week's parasha is Parashat Emor. Emor begins with outlining the rules for being a Kohen, for being a priest in the temple times, and in particular, the rules for being the Kohen Gadol. It outlines such rules as a Kohen cannot be around a dead body, who a Kohen is able to marry. For example, they can't marry anyone who's been divorced before. What a Kohen is able to look like. They can't have any physical blemishes, have a limp, for example, or be marked in any way. After a dissection of the Kohanim, the parasha then goes into blemishes on animals that wish to be sacrificed, and again tells us that they have to be pure and unmarked in such a way. The second half of the parasha is a lengthy portion about certain chagim in Judaism and outlines some of the key rituals that we have to do throughout the schedule of the chagim of the year. We learn about eating unleavened bread on Pesach, about fasting ourselves on Yom Kippur, about what to do on Rosh Hashanah, about what we have to live in during Sukkot, about what species of fruit and plant we have to bring together for the shaking of the lulav and the etrog. And it's for that reason that we can really take out two major themes of Parashat Emor. We have the first theme of ritual, the ritual of the Kohanim, the ritual of sacrifice. And then we have the theme of schedules, the schedule of the year, the chagim that we have to follow as they go throughout the calendar. And the parasha really speaks about these two elements as kind of being a key factor in living a fulfilled and purposeful life. And I think it's really interesting that we're learning and reading about these two elements when we're all on lockdown, asking ourselves the same questions. How do we stay fulfilled? How do we stay meaningful when we can't interact with people and do the things that we normally used to do? And perhaps we can answer that question by taking these two messages from Emor. Maybe the key to staying sane and happy and to thrive in lockdown, if that's possible, is to maintain our rituals and our schedules. We all know that we are trying to maintain rituals as much as we can by wearing the same clothes when we're on Microsoft Teams or learning digitally, by starting our days at the similar times, by eating the certain way that we used to, and trying to recreate the normality of rituals that existed before COVID-19 happened. And so too, we're all trying to hold on to our schedules. We all know that being on lockdown, being at home for a full day can feel like a long, drawn-out time. It feels like minutes and hours can blend together, and one day can go by pretty quickly. But if we're able to break the day up into a schedule of this is what I'm going to learn, this is when I'm going to exercise, this is when I'm going to indulge in some Netflix, this is when I'm going to learn a new cooking recipe that I want to do, then we're able to break up the day into manageable and understandable pieces. So at the end of the day, we don't just lie in bed and think, that's another day of lockdown gone. Emor breaks down the rituals of Judaism and the schedules of Judaism. And I hope that we can take those two messages and apply them to our situation, this lockdown we're in, so that when we do open our doors and welcome ourselves back into our communities, we're able to do so with excitement after a thriving period of being in our homes. Shabbat Shalom to you all.